Hello, grade 11 students. In this video, we're going to talk about the male and female reproductive system. So let's start together. The male and female reproductive system. First lesson is talking about the reproduction and genetics. Chapter 1 about the basic mechanism of sexual reproduction, talking about male and female reproductive systems. So let's start first. During the last few years of the BC era, so, as such, males and females, both of them, are needed in order to complete this life. So, we are going to talk about sexual reproduction. So, the male and female reproductive systems. So, let's start first with the primary sexual organs. What are the primary sexual organs and what are the secondary sexual organs? The primary sexual organs, they are the organs responsible for the production of the gametes and of the primary sexual hormones. They are also known as gonads. For the primary sexual organs, they are the organs responsible for the production of gametes and the primary sexual hormones, as also known as gonads, while the secondary sexual organs, they are the organs that support the functioning of the gonad, that support the functioning of the primary sexual organs during the formation of gametes, maturation, and their delivery. They are called accessory organs. So here we have gametes. The male gamete is called the sperm, while the female gamete till now is called the egg cell. This will be discussed later in the coming sessions, inshallah. And the hormones, we have the male primary sexual hormone is called testosterone, and the female primary sexual hormone, they are called estrogen and progesterone. This is the male reproductive system. Male reproductive system including different organs and male vesicles, the epididymis, the testis, the scrotum, the urethra, the penis, we have the prostate, the vas deferens, the male bladder, and the urethra. We're going to talk about these in detail. So let's start first with the testes. What is the role of the testes and what do they do in the male reproductive system? Testes, they are known that they are the site of the sperm production. They produce, they are the site where the male gamete, the sperm cells, they are produced. Also, they are the site of production of the primary male sexual hormone, which is called testosterone. So, testes, they are referred to as the male gonads. So, the testes, they are the male gonads. I repeat, they are the site of production of the sperm cells, the male gametes, and also they are the site of production of the primary sexual hormone for the males, which is called the testosterone. This is about the testes. Each testis is composed of several or numerous seminiferous tubules in which the sperm will develop. These are the seminiferous tubules under the microscope. We have leading cells and Sertoli cells. We're going to talk about them. So, each testis, as I said, is composed of seminiferous tubules in which the sperm will develop. These are the figures of the seminiferous tubules. And these tubules, they are surrounded by something called Sertoli cell. Pay attention to the Sertoli cell. We're going to have questions about Sertoli cell and about something called leading cells and the quiz. So these tubules, they are surrounded by Sertoli cells. These will provide the nourishment to the developing sperms. Between these tubules, between the seminiferous tubules, we have interstitial cells. They are called the leading cells. Leading cells, they are responsible for production of the primary male sexual hormone, which is called testosterone. So leading cells, they are responsible for the production of the male sexual hormone, which is called the testosterone, while Sertoli cells, they provide the nourishment for developing sperm. They nourish the developing sperms. Now, let's move to the pathway of the sperm cells inside the MRS. MRS is male reproductive system. Let's start first the testis, at the level of the testis. Let's move. We have the scrotum. What is the scrotum? The testes, they are suspended in a sac-like structure outside the abdominal cavity of the males. So they are the testes, they are placed inside the sac-like structure. This is the sac-like structure outside the abdominal cavity. It's referred to as the scrotum. The scrotum has an important role. It protects the testes and maintains the optimum temperature for the production and development of the sperm. So the scrotum has an important role in production of the testes, it protects the testes, and it maintains optimum temperature for the development of the sperms. So you have to know this role. The scrotum is a sac-like structure. It's found outside the abdominal cavity of males, and sure only for males, since testes are present only in the case of males, has an important role in protection and an important role in maintaining the optimum temperature for the production and development of sperms. Let's move now to the epididymis. Epididymis. After their production in the seminary tubules of the testes, sperms, they move, they head into an irregular network of ducts and they reach the epididymis. What is the role of the epididymis? Epididymis has an important role. It's the site of the temporal storage. It's the site of the temporal storage. Pay attention here. The temporal storage and the final maturation of the sperm, where they acquire motility, they can move and they become viable at temperature 37 degrees Celsius. So this is the role of the epididymis. The epididymis is the site of temporal storage and the final maturation of sperms, where they acquire motility and they become viable at temperature 37 degrees Celsius. So the pathway will start with one at the testes, then it moves to the epididymis, the site of the temporal storage, and they acquire motility and become viable at temperature 37, moving to the vas deferens. Vas deferens, also known by spermiduct or vas differentia. So from the epididymis, the sperms, they are collected by the vas deferens. So this is the third checkpoint. Third checkpoint, the level of the testis. They move to the epididymis, the temporal storage site, and they become viable at 37 degrees Celsius. Then they are collected by the vas deferens to move to the seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle is a dilation at the distal end of the vas deferens. They serve as a reservoir where the sperms are collected and they are stored. So it's a reservoir where the sperms are stored pending their ejaculation, their release. So they wait there in the seminal vesicles before they are released. So till now, we have testes, epididymis, we have vas deferens. We have to study all these notes about each part of them, seminal vesicles, and then we move to the prostate. Along with the prostate gland and Cooper glands and seminal vesicles work together to produce the seminal fluid. The seminal fluid contains fructose, contains fatty acids, minerals, and also vitamins, especially A and E. These nutrients, they are needed for what? They are needed to lubricate and adjust the acidity of the female reproductive tract for the sperm entry and as well as for the survival and the motility of the sperm. Seminal fluid and the sperm cells, along with many other nutrients, they form what's known by the semen. Okay, so the semen is formed from the seminal fluid with other nutrients like the case of fructose. So this is the seminal vesicle under the microscope, the prostate gland. So you have four checkpoints, which is the seminal vesicle. So testis, epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicle, and urethra. Urethra is a urogenital tube. It's connected to the excretory system. It carries the urine out from the urinary bladder outside the body. Also, it's connected to the reproductive system, where it carries the seminal fluid and the sperms. When ejaculation is there, the sperms go into the urethra. So the urethra is the urogenital tube for the urine and the genital. So it's for the excretory system and for the reproductive system. So the fifth checkpoint is the urethra, and we have penis and the urogenital opening. So the penis is called the male copulatory organ, for which the semen is ejected outside of the urethra, outside through the urogenital opening. So the urogenital opening found at the top of the penis, which is the male copulatory organ. So here, the sixth checkpoints. So we have testis, epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicle, urethra, and urogenital opening. You have to know these steps in order. So start at the level of the testis, the pathway of the sperms, move to the epididymis, the vas deferens, the seminal vesicle, urethra, and finally to the urogenital opening. Now we're almost done with the male reproductive system. Let's move now to the female stern, female reproductive system. Female reproductive system, let's talk about the ovaries. What are the ovaries? The ovaries, they are the site of production of the egg cells. They are the site of production of the female gametes. Also, they are the site where the production of the primary female sexual hormone occurs. So they are the site of production of both hormones, estrogen and progesterone. So ovaries and testes. Ovaries, the female gametes, while testes, they are the male. The site of production of the sperm cells, while here they are the site of production of the egg cells. The site of production of the estrogen and progesterone, which is the ovaries, while the testes, they are the site of production of the testosterone. So the ovaries, they are referred as the female gonads. So let's start tracing the pathway of the egg cells in the FRS, in the female reproductive system. We start the level of the ovaries, then we move to the oviduct. Oviduct has another name. It's called fallopian tubes or uterine tubes. On due time, the egg cell will be released into the fallopian tube. The egg cell will wait in the third upper part of the fallopian tube for about 24 to 38 hours, waiting to be fertilized by sperm. And then it descends toward the uterus, whether or not fertilization took place. First, we have first checkpoint of the ovaries, then it moves to the oviduct, we call it the fallopian tube or the uterine tube. Then we have here the uterus. What is the role of the uterus? Uterus has another name, it's called the womb. The uterus, if fertilization occurs, the uterus will be the site of implantation and development of the embryo till the end of the gestation period. So the uterus is the site of implantation and development of the embryo till the end of gestation. So the third checkpoint is going to be the uterus. So ovaries, oviduct, and uterus. So you think you are easy? You're not. So let's move. Tracing the pathway of the sperm cells inside the female reproductive system. This is the genital opening. The genital opening. So we have first pathway for the first checkpoint for the sperm cells into the female reproductive system starts at the level of the genital opening, and we have the vagina. Vagina is the female reproductive organ. We have the cervix, and then move to the uterus, and then to the oviduct. So the genital opening move to the vagina, to the cervix, and the uterus, finally to the oviduct. You have to keep in mind that in the male reproductive system, the gonad, the testis, present outside the abdominal cavity, as we said, while in the female, the ovary is present inside. In the male reproductive system, the opening to the outside is the urogenital opening is common to both the excretory system and the reproductive system, while in the female, there are two distinct, separate openings, the urethral opening and the genital opening. Also, you have to keep in mind that the male reproductive activity starts from puberty. The male reproductive activity starts from puberty and continues till death. It's a continuous process that may decrease with age. What? The female reproductive activity, it starts at puberty, it stops at menopause of the ages 50 to 60, for example. It's cyclic and may be interrupted by gestation, which is the pregnancy period. So you have to know these notes. Also, you have to know that this table is a comparative table between the male and female reproductive system. The male, the gonads, they are the testes, they are found outside the abdominal cavity, while in the female, they are the ovaries, they are present inside the female, the abdominal cavity, sorry. The genital duct divides difference and the epididymis, while the female, they are the oviducts and the uterus. The copulatory organ is the penis in the male, while it's the vagina in the female. So hope this video will help you to understand the male and the female reproductive system and their different nodes, and you have to study these nodes to prepare yourself for your quiz. Thank you. Bye-bye.